If you two do anything foolish, I promise you will face my wrath! Ta-ta!
Yeah!
Want to do something foolish?
You even have to ask.
Yo, before the video starts, hype the video if you're on mobile. It's a new feature. It's on the side right here. It's basically the new like button. It be getting your views up. So yeah, make sure to do that. And subscribe and hit the noti bell because we about to hit 100K subs today, bro. I love y'all. And besides that, make sure to enjoy Sonic Boom. It's Unhinged. Complete edition.
Sonic Boom. No, not the failed spin-off game series that almost made Sega go bankrupt and had glitches like... And I'm not talking about the iconic Sonic CD intro either. Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom. Nuh-uh. Today, we're gonna be talking about the most underrated comedy cartoon ever, Sonic Boom.
Awkward?
Awkward.
It'll just be another minute.
Now, after seeing this scene, you're probably wondering, what the fuck is this show even about? Shit, nigga, don't ask me. I just vividly remember watching this shit on Cartoon Network every Saturday morning before Pokemon XYZ would come on. Fuck Masada for keeping Pokemon Z locked in the hard drive, by the way. Fuck, it's a Legend ZA, bruh. Just let me play Z. Masada, please! The best way to describe Sonic Boom is the PG version of Sonic Shorts by Sonic Paradox. If you know, you know. The first episode starts off with Sonic chasing Eggman, giving you the illusion that it's gonna be something serious. But keep in mind, this show came out during the 2010s when Sonic was still saying shit like,
"No copyright law in the universe is going to stop me!"
So of course he's gonna clown Eggman for naming a robot Burnbot, even though it uses no flames. And now Burnbot with claws is chasing Sonic, and the camera slows down as they prepare to clash, and Tails spawns in out of nowhere, gives Sonic a lasso, and he sucker kicks Burnbot. But Burnbot ain't letting that slide and damages Tails' plane, and holy shit, Tails is dead. Now, why didn't Tails just jump out the plane and hover down to safety? Shh, you know too much.
Sonic?
Hey, buddy. How you feeling?
I'm great. Ready to get back in action.
I've got some great news. You, my friend, are taking early retirement.
Early retirement?
Yeah, you're gonna be able to play lots of golf and spend time with the grandkids.
I don't have grandkids.
Well, now's your chance to get some. Trust me, it's for the best. I'll see you around, pal.
Wait, what just happened?
I fired you.
Don't fucking matter to nobody when you nobody.
Sonic ends up holding a Looking for Duo contest. It features some great candidates, including a sassy beaver, Knuckles, who is so brain dead that he's trying to recruit Sonic as his duo, and even calls him Knuckles Jr. And can't forget about Amy, the GOAT.
The GOAT!
Yes, Boom Amy is the best, and I'll die on this hill. Spoiler warning if you haven't seen Sonic 3 yet somehow, but I can't wait to see the direction they take her in Sonic 4. Her design looks so swaggy, bruh. CD is my favorite classic Sonic game, and seeing this concept art got me mad hype. We getting a bad future movie, nigga. Anything is possible. This ominous figure pulls up, and wow, it's Tails. Plot twist, Dr. Ivo Robotnik himself also wants to be Sonic's duo, but there needs to be a third candidate, and the sassy beaver spawns in out of nowhere.
The winner will be whoever makes it through.
Actually, it's whomever.
Holy fuck, I see it now. The sassy beaver was the actually meme before the actually meme.
Actually.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Tails gets off his hoverboard to hop on his plane, and it becomes an airborne battle between him and Eggman. And surprise, Eggman doesn't want to become Sonic's new duo. He wants to get his get back, so he picks up Burnbot and destroys Tails' plane again. But before he drowns, Sonic is able to save him. But Burnbot actually has flames now and makes Sonic fall underwater. But Tails comes in for the clutch, and Sonic homing attacks Burnbot into the sea and exits the scene holding on to Tails.
I'll be back with a new robot who has an accurate name and super laser eyes. And he'll feed me ham! Evil ham.
That's right, y'all. Before Revenge Guac, we had Evil Ham. The thing that carries Sonic Boom the most has to be the character interactions. Like 90% of the jokes are just stupid moments the cast be having together. I literally started the video off with Knuckles eating Sonic for no reason. The other 10% of jokes are just characters having funny inner monologues like,
"The cold is unbearable. For the first time in my life, I actually considered wearing pants. Desperate times indeed."
There's even this one episode where there's a new girl in town and Sonic and Knuckles spend the whole episode dirty macking each other trying to bag her. Niggas do anything for the pussy, bro. This shit crazy.
Clearly, she fell off her bike and hurt her arm.
Oh, Amy, don't be jealous because I'm paying attention to another. Don't mind her. She kind of has a thing for me.
Who wouldn't?
Exactly.
There was no need for him to spaz on Amy like that. Sonic was feeling like super hot fire in this verse. Anybody that made eye contact with him was bound to get packed. And I'll elaborate on this later. Metal Sonic is in the show somehow, and nobody ever talks about him since he also shares an episode with Shadow. And Shadow is so unironically edgy in this series that it's funny. We don't even know if Maria died in this verse. For all that we know, he could just be mad since somebody pissed on his Cheerios or some shit. That being said, let's do a film review on each character and their highlights. Starting off with,
You know, Amy, anytime someone calls attention to the breaking of gender rules, it ultimately undermines the concept of gender equality by implying that this is an exception and not the status quo.
I vividly remember everyone making fun of Knuckles when his boom design got revealed, and for good reason too, cause why the fuck is he built like that? Plus, they made him academically challenged.
Ooh, let me see. Oh wait, I can't read.
Which is such a jarring change since it's the same nigga who was cutting on everyone in Sonic X.
She just stole the Chaos Emerald!
Thanks very much for the update!
Even with his lack of brain cells, this version of Knuckles is still somehow unironically the smartest. He has like -100 common awareness, but plus 1,000 wisdom. That's the best way to explain it.
Chumley's escaped. He's out there in the real world.
What if he's in trouble? What if he's hurt?
What if he's pursuing a degree in liberal arts?
This nigga making fun of liberal art majors. That's elite ball knowledge. Munchie's advice of the day. Don't go to college to get a liberal arts degree. You better off enlisting in the next Squid Game. Don't pursue a liberal arts degree. You're better off game ending yourself. Boom Knuckles 2014. The plot of this episode is that there's a blackout, so Team Sonic pulls up to the mayor and the gem that was powering the city died out. So the gang ends up pulling up to this temple in order to get a new gem. But in order to enter, they have to try the lazy way. And Knuckles just so happens to sit on a rock and opens it. This is just the start of his LeBron MVP run. They end up progressing and now they have to find out how many sides the circle has, or else the laughing gas will kill them. So Tails decides to say,
A circle is round. It has no sides.
A circle has two sides, inside and outside.
That is correct.
I pass before the sun, both high and low, and yet I cast no shadow. This nigga is chatting!
Pretty soon, we'll be dust in the wind.
Wind. That is the correct answer.
How? The last riddle goes, try as you might, no sound it makes. When you speak its name, it's so fragile it breaks. These golems end up surrounding the gang, and Knuckles can't even come up with something to say until Stick starts pressing him.
Silence! I can't hear my brain thoughts.
Silence is the correct answer.
Wait a minute, what did he say?
Silence! I am Paul Atreides!
Look at how awkward and happy Knuckles is after securing the gem. He has no idea what he just pulled off. He's just happy to be here.
Could you tell us what it is you admire about Sonic the so-called Hedgehog?
So many things. He's fast, he's cunning, He can destroy any opponent with a single spin dash. He's got a lovely singing voice.
My, he sounds like the total package.
You bet.
Bro, it's Tails. Did you really expect him to do anything besides glazing Sonic? This nigga treats Sonic like how Draymond treats LeBron. Bro hasn't been useful since the Adventure era. Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all. He was pretty useful in the Frontiers DLC, and they even teased his solo arc at the end of the game. Just look at this adorable two-tailed fox. How could I ever hate on him?
Hey, this wall tastes like dirt.
The best part about Boomtails is that he secured himself a baddie. This is the most rizzy and smartest fox in the village. Stop playing with him. You might be wondering how he bagged her though. It all started when Sonic realized Tails was zoning out, and that's because he had his eyes set on the love of his life. Peep Sonic's face when he realizes the situation. He looks like a happy big bro. So Sonic decides to teach Tails how to spit game the nonchalant way.
Don't let her know you're interested.
Play it cool. Got it.
Now, if you do strike up a conversation, be sarcastic and always have a one-liner ready. Allow me to demonstrate.
Hi, Sonic.
Sup?
Would you like to accompany me to a movie and/or show?
Not sure I have the time.
Is it something I said or did? Because I can change.
Nah, it's cool. I'm just super swamped. Can't be tamed. Born to run. You know how it is. Works every time.
It's almost as if he's been doing this for 30 plus years.
Oh, hi, Tails. Didn't see you. Yeah, I'm all like, whatever. I don't care. I'm busy anyway. Catch you on the flip-flop. Okay.
Next, he goes to Knuckles for advice, and he calls the ladies. He basically tells him to do his Andrew Tate cosplay. More masculine equals more ladies.
Hey, Zoe. I was just at the gym throwing some weights.
One mistake. Extra rare.
The redder, the better.
And your meh meal toy.
Oh, a Hello Doggy pencil to go with my notebook. I think I left my bandsaw running.
A few moments later.
If you want to know what women want, talk to a woman.
That's brilliant. Where can I find one?
I'm a woman. I'm refined and elegant like a delicate flower, you jerk!
A few minutes later.
Tails takes Amy's advice and tries being a gentleman, but Zoe just slams the window on him. Might as well just ask the crazy badger for advice that ends up in you doing some sort of tribal dance in the town square. This nigga literally scared the hose away. Eggman ain't having it no more. Turns out he just so happened to be there for all of Tails' attempts at bagging Zoe. Though he decides to give Tails the advice of the day: you'll never land the girl by acting like someone else, and then sends a robot to capture Zoe, and Tails saves her with the utmost swag. Eggman might have just passed one of the greatest lobs of all time, and the episode closes out with a heart. This little fox is so tough, bro.
Sonic, when you say things like that, I feel like throwing up in my mouth.
You know what people say when they see me wearing this?
I weep for the future of our kind.
Do you think maybe you're being a little too take charge?
I'm only doing what anyone would do for a friend who's pathetic and hopeless. A girl needs the essentials. Cab fare, lip balm, picture of a platonic friend that you have no romantic interest in.
Boom Amy is simply her. She's a certified girl boss. Fuck the typical lovesick Sonic chasing Amy. In this verse, she's a self-reliant, sarcastic powerhouse who's quicker to roast people than Sonic is to evade taxes. She's also the team's moral compass. Whether it comes to shit-talking Eggman or shutting down Knuckles' brain-dead ideas, she'll always speak her mind. Nothing showcases her girl boss energy more than the episode where she started her own restaurant to get back at Madburger for putting a living fish on her sandwich. At least you get what you ordered is the slogan for the Che Amy restaurant. And after an hour, she loses all her customers due to Dave shooting burgers into niggas' noggins. So she decides to team up with Eggman in order to gain the upper hand. And next thing she knows, her whole restaurant is filled. How exactly did Eggman make this happen?
I don't know how you did it, but you totally turned things around.
It was simple. I blew up Medburger last night.
You what?
Eggman hasn't always been the most menacing main villain, besides that one time where he fucking held Amy at gunpoint. In the Boom universe, Eggman is essentially Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Every episode, he has some new sort of invention that he sends towards the village, but instead of Perry the Platypus to thwart his evil plans, it's the Boom Squad. Everyone knows that Eggman is a loner, that only friends are Orbot and Cubot. Deep down, all he wants is some company, and that's exactly what he does in the second episode of the series. The episode starts with Eggman's lair falling apart after one of his failed experiments goes nuclear. With nowhere to go and zero dignity, he does what any self-respecting villain would do. He shows up at his arch nemesis' door with a suitcase and asks to stay at his crib. Now, you'd think that Sonic would slam the door on him, but for some reason, he actually lets him stay. Eggman doesn't just move in, he essentially makes this his crib. This nigga hogs the bathroom, blows up their appliances trying to make toast, and turns their living room into his new villain hub. The Boom Squad quickly realizes that Eggman isn't just a shitty villain, he is straight up dickhead. There's something kind of tragic about Eggman's desperate attempts to be part of the group. Deep down, he doesn't want to destroy Sonic, he just wants a friend, which is exactly why he decides to invite.
So this is why you called me here.
Boom Shadow is an interesting individual. This nigga mad angry for no reason. It's almost as if Sega saw the internet clouding Shadow for looking like he's a Hot Topic merchant and was like, ah ha ha. I mean, okay, I dare you to try and take a shot every time he says,
Fool, fool, you fool, fools.
But if there's one thing that kept consistent, is that Shadow will always be down to run the ones with Sonic, no matter what verse it is. Peep game real quick, spin dashes right towards Sonic, grabs him by the neck, pause, takes him back down, and destroys the furniture Sonic was working on earlier. Bro said his shitty craftsmanship brings shame on all hedgehog kind. This nigga talking like he Vegeta. Chaos controls right into Sonic. My nigga Sonic was shook. Good. Look at Sonic's face. He's lost. Great. This nigga Shadow got Sonic looking like Yamcha. Eggman comes in to take a victory selfie, but forgot to turn the flash off and peep his face as soon as he realized he fucked up. And then Sonic dashes and hits Shadow with the amazing, and then bro just casually gets up and Chaos controls away. Just like how Styx has slowly faded away from relevancy. At least she got confirmed to be canon at the end of Frontiers. Shout out my nigga Ian Flynn, man. He's single-handedly saving the Sonic the Hedgehog continuity. Styx is the heart of the Sonic Boomverse, and I'm definitely not giving her pity because this is the only series she appears in. All jokes aside, Styx is probably the most lovable character besides Tails. She's just a paranoid, relatable badger that makes Uncle Ruckus look sane. She's like Phase Adapt when it comes to thinking pigeons are spying on us. Shorty has crackhead logic. That's what makes her mad lovable though. She's so unhinged and in her own world, you just gotta let her do her own thing. You go girl. Into the Wilderness is a prime showcase of how her crackhead knowledge always comes in clutch. The episode starts off with Amy heading off into the wilderness, but Styx instantly notices that Amy has no survival skills. But Sonic is insistent that he should be the one to train Amy, but Styx tells him that he should train Knuckles instead and that they should have a competition on who could train their protege better. In the span of 24 hours, Styx was able to teach Amy how to start a fire, tie a knot, build a net, and differentiate mushrooms.
Oh yeah, you're ready.
The next day.
Amy and Styx end up stunting on Sonic and Knuckles. Look at this duo, man, they're cut! So Amy and Styx end up laying clues to help the boys out, but end up falling in a pit. And as soon as Sonic finds them, he starts dick riding for no reason.
You guys okay?
Never better.
You sure you're okay?
Yeah, now get us out of here.
Oh, we will. After we get to the finish line, using our superior survival skills. Don't go anywhere.
What kind of emo is this? Styx gets to cooking because this somehow isn't the first time she's found herself in a missile silo. This bit called on a bird to press the launch button. They end up heading towards the finish line at supersonic speeds, jump off with their parachutes, and secure the S rank in style.
Hey, what do you think happened to that missile? I stamped it, return to sender.
I know that sound.
Sonic, wake up!
What'd you say, Sugar Plum?
Don't call me Sugar Plum. I'm not Amy.
So baby ship is real! You know I had to save the goat for last. Sonic the Hedgehog. In this show, he's more like Sonic the sassy dork. This nigga got mad sass for no reason. Bro only had one goal in the series, to pack everyone up.
Laser beam!
Nice try, Egghead. Your father would be proud.
Why did he do Eggman like that? I know that Egghead was crying in the inside. Sonic always gotta be swaggy. Peep how he casually saves Amy, gets exposed by the bot for caring about her, and dashes away. Little did Sonic know that all these years of being swaggy would lead to the creation of the Sonic fandom's biggest menace. Christian. Now, if you don't know who Christian is, consider yourself lucky, since they've had a pretty interesting past. TLDR, back in 2017, they were considered the face of the Sonic community. That side of the Sonic community. And the people at Sega decided to essentially put him in the Boomverse and dedicate a whole episode to Sonic dealing with a Sonic stand. Absolute cinema. This motherfucker a weirdo though. He ends up stalking Sonic at Madburger, and even after Sonic disses him to go sit with his friends, he brings his table towards the group. My nigga just accept.
If you wasn't invited, don't ask to go. If you wasn't invited, don't ask to go. And don't accept invites that's in the air.
Sonic ends up feeling bad for bro and hires him as a professional glazer. But little did he know this would be his biggest mistake. Mans gave Sonic a personal barbecue, draws him a portrait, and even gives him electrolytes mid-fight. But the second Sonic tries to attempt to do something with his friends, he stops him from going out. And you won't believe what he does next.
You know, we've been spending a lot of time together. Should take the rest of the day off.
No way. I want to spend all my time with you. And I know just how to do it.
This nigga a nut! Imagine waking up and seeing this. This nigga has the audacity to force feed Sonic. What in the freaky dink shit is this? I can't even hate on bro's room though, since I got quite a bit of Sonic shit in my room too. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Let's act out my Sonic fan fiction. I'll pick something family friendly. No, not that one. Oh, definitely not that one. Not that one. Oh, here we go.
Notice how he said, let me find something child friendly? Now peep how many papers he's holding. Imagine what other kind of freak shit he could have written. Luckily, Sonic is able to defeat the Christian variant.
Can't believe I'm being defeated by Sonic the Hedgehog. This is the greatest day of my life!
Lesson of the day is to never let your fans get too close.
Can I have your autograph, mister?
Who doesn't love Team Sonic? The dynamic between Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles is iconic, and they be having funny ass moments, whether it be in the games, movies, or cartoons, except for Sonic Boom. Since Sonic Boom focuses more on the entire Boom Squad, which is basically just Team Sonic plus Sticks and Amy. But in the episode Battle of the Boy Bands, we finally get to see Team Sonic Bieber Fever. That nigga Justin was him back in the early 2010s. You just had to be there. Sega decided to turn Justin Bieber into a beaver. I should probably kill myself. And just like in real life, this singer has a hold on the entire female population, including Zoe. I know that boy Tails was fuming. Look at Stick's facial expression, dog. We lost her. Sonic ends up turning that shit the fuck off, but it's already too late, since now Sticks is totally fanned out, and the whole village's female population is there to see him. Sonic is suspect of what's going on, so he charges towards the booth before a security hippo slides in and says, "Music professionals only." So Knuckles pulls a trumpet out his ass and starts doing a cover of the Unleashed. Tails ends up inventing the measurometer in order to find a frequency that can undo the mind control.
A few minutes later.
Craziest part is that Timu Justin Bieber wasn't doing this by choice. His producer had him under his mind control, so he decides to give an inspirational from Justin Bieber to Montoya. I'm speechless. Sonic and Knuckles are like Dumb and Dumber. You should never leave them alone in the series. If you watched the last video, you most likely remember the wanna do something foolish incident, but I never went into more detail on the events that happened that episode. As you guys know, Amy lets Sonic and Knuckles crash their plate for the day, and they start fucking around. Remember guys, fuck around and find out. They end up taking a nacho break, and to absolutely no one's surprise, Knuckles spills the dip.
It's okay. It's just a small stain. We can fix this.
heard seltzer can get out stains.
No seltzer, but there's grape soda. It has bubbles, so it should work.
They try to bring the couch outside to let it dry, but it's not small enough to fit through the door frame, so they sit down and recollect their thoughts. What would you do in this situation? A. Call up Amy and tell her the truth. B. Stay and wait for Amy to come home. C. Leave and face Amy's wrath later. Or D. Hit up sticks. If you chose any of these options, you are completely wrong, since a very convenient TV commercial starts playing.
Don't miss your chance to win a brand new couch.
Still don't get it.
Yes, you heard right. A brand new couch.
1 hour later.
They end up arriving at the bro down, but the producer turns Sonic and Knuckles down since they not radiating enough bromance energy. Eggman ends up clowning Sonic and they start bickering. The producer ends up being so impressed in their bickering that he ends up selecting Eggman and Sonic as bros. Poor Knuckles, man. He thought this was gonna be a Sonic and Knuckles episode.
But I thought this was gonna be a Sonic and Knuckles episode.
Yeah, well, life's full of disappointments, Nurples. I always wanted to be a traffic cop. Now move along. You're blocking the fire lane.
Sonic and Eggman end up sweeping everyone during the showdown to a point where they even end up hugging each other. But this was all part of Eggman's master plan, as he ends up sending a robot to attack the village. But since Sonic is participating with Eggman in the bro down, he can't fight the robot since it would count as fighting Eggman, which would make him get eliminated.
If you fight my robot, we'll be disqualified, and you'll never win that couch for that whiny little girlfriend of yours.
She's not my girlfriend!
Bro really used Sonic's love for Amy against him. I'm telling y'all, bro. Boom made son Amy canon. Knuckles decides to take the robot head on while Sonic continues to compete in the bro down. CC asks Sonic, what does Eggman have in his pocket right now? And Sonic says some bullshit answer like hippopotamus riding on a skateboard. And Eggman quite literally pulls a hippopotamus figure out his ass. This shit, that ass has a skateboard on it.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Knuckles eventually gets pinned down and Sonic is forced to choose between satisfying Amy or saving Knuckles. And with 2 seconds left on the shot clock, he saves Knuckles and they end up defeating Eggman's robot, doing something foolish, and Sonic ended up choosing the bro over the huzz. So Dave the intern ends up winning by default. Don't take your eye off him. We gonna get to him soon. The question still remains, how are Sonic and Knuckles gonna prevent Amy from crashing out?
Amy! No! Oh, man, Amy, Eggman totally destroyed your couch.
Yeah, and after we didn't spill nachos on it. Wow, that's a shame.
Yeah, real shame. Come on, Knuckles, let's get out of here.
I hope someone's been feeding my cat.
Remember how Sonic and Knuckles were dirty macking in front of the new girl in town? This nigga Knuckles like DDG when it comes to the hose. 2014 Kawhi Leonard defense. Bro really imagined a whole scenario where Sonic gets tossed to the side for him. Had my boy Sonic moaning like Bonnie Blue every hour trying to pick a bike up. Then picked him up himself and let him drop some rings in front of the fine shits. Knuckles flexes his muscles and got both Percy and Amy crushing for him. Sonic also tries flexing but ends up losing 10,000 aura.
Come, my lady. We must go to Casa Details to repair your bicicleta before Sonic does any further damage.
Come on, guys! Wait for me!
If you're tapped in with the history of Sonic, you know that Sonic Boom on the Wii U was buggy as hell, and one of the most iconic glitches is the Knuckles infinite jump. Keep this in the back of your head for now. This nigga Knuckles ends up imagining a scenario where he literally goes Kaioken and uses a red Hadouken to defeat Eggman, and when he celebrates his victory, both Amy and Styx are simping for him, and Sonic is a peon.
I want to be just like you when I grow up.
All in a day's work.
I'm starting to notice a common occurrence when it comes to Knuckles' inner fantasies.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
The reason I brought up Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric being such a glitchy fest is because one of the main reasons this show is so unhinged is because Sega was mad aware when creating this show. They already had Chris Chan from Temu talking about this fanfiction isn't family friendly. Them executives basically gave Cartoon Network the green light to do as they please with the script, even if it was just typical fourth wall breaks. Just listen to what Eggman says when he reintroduces Shadow.
He's only the second most popular character in the whole canon!
Thanks Egghead for being an encyclopedia. Was about to shout out Mike Pollock, but he's a Zionist.
All right, what's Eggman's angle?
He's turned his lair into a resort hotel to pay a small, one-time garbage collection fee.
Sounds like the writers are just phoning it in, but just in case, we better go check it out. Coming in for a hard landing, Tails. You got me covered?
Roger.
Who's Roger? He's talking to me.
Roger is a goat and deserves his respect, bruh. Tired of the Roger v. Jason Griffith debates. They act like two legends cannot coexist. Shout out Jermaine! Sonic had a rough transition to 3D is a narrative that's been pushed longer than LeBron has been in the league. And releasing a buggy-ass game while redesigning the characters by spamming them with sports tape and giving Sonic a scarf probably wasn't the brightest idea. Instead of crashing out about it on a story post like a certain indie artist, Sega just took it to the chin and made light of it through their work.
Look what I found at the flea market!
Dude, is that Tomatopotamus too?
That's the best one in the entire series. Tomatopotamus never worked in 3D.
Game companies always ruin their beloved franchises.
Nah, facts, Knuckles. I hate Sonic Forces and Pokemon Sword and Shield just as much as you do.
And they never should have changed the color of Tomatopotamus's legs. But how can I say no to her? She knit me this great scarf. I'm hoping the fans like it more than this one. Ugh.
Would you believe me if I told you Sonic Boom pulled the Simpsons and predicted the future? I already showed you how they predicted the actually meme last vid, but y'all not ready for this.
I believe this sapphire is yours.
Oh no, with Eggman after it, my premiums are gonna shoot through the roof. For some reason, insurance companies hate supervillains, which is weird since they're basically the same thing.
Nah, Sega knew about that boy Luigi? How? We gotta talk about Orbot and Cubot. These guys have been a staple of the Sonic franchise ever since Sonic Colors came out, and they're notoriously known for trolling Eggman in the games. So imagine how they act in a show like Sonic Boom.
Wakey wakey! But I have Bakey.
This was the start of Orbot's villain arc. Bro installs an evil update onto his firmware and starts tweaking the fuck out. But his first crime is pretty harmless, as he ends up just sending a distraction missile near Tails' workshop to steal his weather device. And what he does with this device next is absolutely criminal. Sonic and Amy are on a picnic date and this nigga summons a rain cloud on them, forcing them to run off. How dare this little shit disrupt my son Amy moment? Give this nigga the death penalty. He up there with King Von. He then starts wreaking havoc on the village.
Well, who's laughing now? You are, Dr. Paperweight. How is it you still don't recognize a rhetorical question? I don't know. If I wanted to be yelled at, I'd have stuck with Eggman.
Silence! I am Paul Martin Atreides!
They end up getting absolutely decimated by the Boom Squad, and Cubot is tired of Orbot being a menace, so he hits him with the...
Up for charades.
And they head towards their next adventure. They end up going on a quest to search for Eggman's missing tools, but end up getting caught in a trap. But Cubot with a hat pulls up, and turns out this is just one of many failed Cubot prototypes. These failed prototypes somehow managed to escape Eggman before he could turn them to scraps. Don't ask how there's conveniently a vent that leads to the outside, chilling behind a poster in a random ass room. Just enjoy the fucking vid. Since they're all failed Cubots, they have the combined IQ of -1, and once they find out Cubot is the finished product, they start treating him like Lasan al-Gaib. His first mission is to repair Cubot, so he slams a hammer on her before calling Tails over to repair her for him, and after she's fixed, Orbot and Cubot begin to walk away, but the Cubots end up making the real Cubot their king.
Before Eggman returns, we need to move you all to a place where you'll be safe. Relatively safe.
Yeah, these Cubots aren't the brightest. Next up in the Orbot and Cubot Chronicles is the day Cubot became sentient. Eggman ends up inventing an anti-gravity machine since he's tired of his mail always getting blown away by the wind. And Cubot decides to use it as a hat, and it fucks with his brainwaves as he literally starts ascending. Manso's picking everyone in the town up one by one until he reaches true enlightenment.
It's all so clear now, as if I'm seeing the world from a new perspective.
Nigga think he the honored one. Bro, you are not Gojo. It's looking like it's GG for the townspeople, since if they keep going up, everyone will die from a lack of oxygen. But what will it take for Sonic to lock in and save the day?
You're free now, free to express yourself.
Oh no, the last thing we want is Amy expressing herself. We gotta do something!
Sonic and Tails put on their anti-gravity suits and soar towards Cubot on the tornado, and Sonic disables the machine is what should have happened, but instead he just put it in reverse and everyone is glued to the ground. But Knuckles digs his way underground, destroys it, and saves the day. There's a lot of controversy in the Sonic community when it comes to how people want Sonic portrayed. You got the Western interpretation version of Sonic sucks cause of all the translation errors. I mean shit, they not wrong. Sonic be packing niggas for no reason in the English dub. Half the community prefers when Sonic acts like a nonchalant dreadhead and speaks through his actions instead of his words. But I've been replaying Sonic Unleashed on PC. Don't ask how, by the way, I totally didn't get the ROM off of. I'd say Unleashed Sonic is the perfect blend between snazzy and confident. No one wants another Baldy McNose hair incident again, but the movies have kinda gone all in on making Sonic a yapper.
Konnichiwa!
I think I might have been the only 19-year-old who laughed at this joke in the theater. Sonic Boom is easily the best portrayal of this version of Sonic, and I think the reason nobody complains is because it's in an alternate universe. So Boom Sonic gets a pass for being a super hot fire clone. Boom Sonic got some classic ass lines like,
just because it's the end of the world doesn't mean I shouldn't look my best. Stop. You're pure evil. Why are you coloring my arms?
Sonic, do you have something you'd like to share with Eggman?
Yes. How to say this delicately. You're a horrible roommate and nobody in this house likes you.
Did you miss me?
How can we miss you? You never go away.
Sonic, how about giving these guys a lift in Blue Force 1?
Yeah, sorry. There's a reason it's called Blue Force 1 and not Blue Force 3. Not another speeding ticket. I'll fight it in court, but I don't think they're gonna accept gotta go fast as a medical condition. Give me a break. I can feed people sandwiches. Watch.
the best episode that showcases his sassy attitude is 3 minutes or less. Sonic becomes employed as a Madburger delivery boy. Madburger ends up announcing their new delivery service where they promise to deliver in 30 minutes or less, and if they fail to deliver your order on time, it becomes free. To nobody's surprise, Dave arrives 3 hours later and hands the Boom Squad an invite to the Madburger focus group. They end up going and Sonic calls the service shit, claiming that he could deliver in 3 minutes or less.
If you can do it in 3 minutes, you just got yourself a job.
You couldn't pay me to work here.
We're not going to pay you. You think just because we're a global corporation that our employees deserve to make a living wage?
Damn, shout out Sega for exposing American work culture.
But I can compensate you in a chili dog for every successful delivery.
You got yourself a deal.
Nigga, that's all it took. Brother might actually be retarded. I've never seen a man so jolly to be a fast food worker, but it's well deserved since he's delivered so fast that he got a good tip and a freshly made chili dog. Next stop is Amy Rose's house as she put in an order for 2, which has Sonic start being overprotective that Amy is having a date with someone else besides him, but turns out she set up a personal lunch break just for them. But in typical Sonic fashion, he quickly eats the burger and dashes away. Poor Amy, man. Someone in the comments last video had the audacity to say, the part I hate about Sonic is that Tsunami is canon. Niggas be hating for no reason, bruh. How can you hate on this ship? Your life is nothing, baby. You serve zero purpose. You should kill yourself now. He proceeds to go on a flawless delivery spree, 3 for 3 from the field. And look at his smug face when he gets back to Madburger. And look at Dave, bruh. He is not trying to serve this blue rascal. Never seen a man so happy to goggle up some glizzies. People stay talking about Sonic versus Goku, but how about Joey Chestnut versus Sonic in a glizzy eating contest? I got Sonic in 5. Eggman ends up seeing Sonic is employed on TV and instantly resorts to his D1 hating tendencies. So he puts an order in and starts acting like a Karen, but for every complaint he had, Sonic instantly satisfied it. Pickles, mayo, and the whole fucking condiment booth. He even tries to put in an order to a fake address later, but they instantly catch him in the act like he's a Scooby-Doo villain.
Later.
So, what is this complicated plan of chaos?
I'm going to attack him when he leaves Madburger and make him late for his deliveries.
Sonic ends up getting past the robots with ease and leaves it to the Boom Squad to take care of the rest. He then delivers to this tribe, but there's not enough for everyone to eat. So he yeets that shit and chops it up mid-air like he Gordon Ramsay. That's another plus 20 to the bank. But not least, he arrives at Eggman's lair and it's surrounded by robots. But Cubebot and Orbot just so happen to enter through the secret entrance in the back. As Sonic hits the buzzer beater with the 1 second remaining, collects his payment, an extra tip from Eggman, and is rewarded with a 10 chili dog bonus, but after eating them, he quits since he gets digestive pains and starts feeling like he wants to bomb the nearest Chipotle like he's EDP in 2016. And Dave is happy as shit since he was started to get weirded out by how satisfied the customers were. Don't let this cyanutria fool you. He's secretly trying to become this world's greatest supervillain. Bro so menacing he makes Mephiles look like a coughing baby.
I was wrong to say you're just a guy.
And?
If you want, you're welcome to come with us to the next battle with Eggman.
Apology accepted. Can we go now?
Well, no, we have to wait until Eggman launches an attack.
How about now?
Just go to your happy place. Just go to your happy place.
What's this, your happy place or something? And when are we going to the battle? Now? What?
Oops, one too many.
Who the f is this?
Boy, man.
This nigga is trash.
I don't know what's worse, Hulk's representation in the MCU or Metal Sonic post-Sonic heroes. This nigga is a walking L now. I done seen a guy get 1 million views from ranking how useless Metal Sonic is in every Sonic game. Are you shitting me? Don't get me wrong, Archie Sonic is cold as a bitch. He went toe-to-toe with Shadow, but Metal was the OG rival to Sonic, bruh. He was him. And now whenever I see him make an appearance in a game, it just makes me think about the good old days. Metal Sonic is truly washed, and that's a hard reality to accept. Hopefully they actually make him useful in Sonic 4 and not just a side villain. Sega! Make Metal Sonic great again and my life is yours! Dave the intern, everyone's favorite fast food worker. We all know this guy hates his job, but he's too lazy to even consider quitting. But what if I told you this cyanutria is unironically the most menacing villain in this series? Sonic and Amy go on a lunch date, but Eggman cuts the line, and Dave acts as if Eggman was in front of them the whole time. And Sonic is about to crash out, but Amy comforts him. Aww. So Davey, ship is real! This nigga Eggman deadass emotes on them. Dave ends up confronting the Egghead later, saying that he's his biggest fan, so Eggman decides to make Dave his unpaid intern. And I've never seen a man so ecstatic to be an unpaid cleaner. So Cubot and Orbot start talking shit behind Dave's back, but he overheard them, and like I said earlier, this guy is a menace. Do not trigger him. Cubot goes missing and Orbot ends up finding an attic door that's sealed with oil. What in the bendy and the ink machine shit is this? Orbot opens the door and this nigga Dave deassembled Cubot. So Orbot pulls up to Tails' hut and asks for him to fix Cubot for like the 100th time. Dave ends up stumbling on Eggman's doomsday device and becomes ecstatic. He no longer wants to be a maid. He wants to be a real villain.
I was kind of hoping to get a little more evil experience.
Listen, Dave, you're a terrible kid, and that's great. But you have to start at the bottom of the evil ladder and work your way up. Let's give it a few more weeks, huh?
A few more weeks? A few more weeks? Maybe I shouldn't put the power supply in my pants!
You're not wearing any pants!
Then what are these pockets?
Low-key, Dave got a point since these niggas be pulling Chaos Emeralds out their ass with no pockets. Tails ends up fixing Cubot and discovers that 2 doomsday devices have been activated at Eggman's lair.
Game over, Eggman! Shut off the doomsday devices!
Who puts an off switch on a doomsday device?
You make a valid point.
Sonic tells Tails that there's no off switch, so Tails comes with the theory that if both Doomsday machines have an even frequency, they'll neutralize each other. So Sonic and Tails run up the 2-man action. Tails teams up with Dave, and Sonic teams up with Eggman. This nigga Eggman turned Sonic into a living power supply. I know for a fact he had that on his bucket list. I also find it hilarious how Sonic tries to comfort Eggman with a PB&J, but doesn't know how to make one properly, so Eggman keeps critiquing him, and when Sonic finally gets it right, he just devours it. He doesn't even question why Sonic is helping him with a device that destroys the world. He just goes along with it. Both the devices go off, but it creates a black hole. I wonder who's the person who fucked the plan up.
There must have been some small power discrepancy.
Let's not point fingers.
Sonic snatches Tails' gadget and just look at Tails' face, man. He was really trying to be the hero of this episode. Sonic yeets the gadget into the black hole and secures the clutch. And Eggman fires Dave.
They'll pay for this. They're all gonna pay! You want fries with that?
Several days later.
Dave awakens his powers and goes on a rampage. He freezes Amy and Tails, sends bears to chase Sticks and Knuckles, and...
I have no mercy. I work in the fast food industry!
This nigga just killed Sonic the Hedgehog? Turns out Dave was just role-playing his villain fantasies, but he's tired of role-playing and decides to become a real deal villain.
And that's what I call a cool summer breeze.
A few minutes later.
Vengeance!
Eggman calls out Dave for being a peon, so Dave crashes out, and somehow kicking this box leads to the pet jumping on the Eggmobile, shooting a laser that chops the tree off and lands on Eggman. And when Eggman wakes up, Dave trapped him in his own invention.
I bet Orbot and Cubot are on their way to rescue me right now!
This nigga Dave announced himself as the #1 villain in the village on national television with a new name.
Davey!
Look at Sonic's reaction, gang. He not worried about no Dave the intern.
He's never really been a threat, unless you consider serving undercooked beef a threat.
Actually, foodborne illnesses are not to be laughed at. But Dave the intern is.
Silence! I am Paul Wardevich, ladies!
Dave ends up stealing one of Eggman's bots and tries to take out the Boom Squad, so Sonic goes to rescue Eggman in order to help them. And why are they tiptoeing like Dave is a threat? We know he's a fraud. And as soon as Eggman sees the Boom Squad is destroying his bot and Dave is wasting the ink, he tells Sonic where the shutdown lever is. Sonic pulls it and Dave casually exits it like he wasn't just the biggest threat to society today.
David, are you responsible for destroying my house?
Yes, Mother.
That's a terrible thing you did. I am so proud of you.
So I'm not a loser?
No, you're a villain.
We all know Eggman is a loner. In this series, I've already talked about how he snuck his way into the friend group in order to cope with his loneliness, but most importantly, this nigga has no parents. He's so lonely that he created a mini black hole and snuck into a children's science fair in order to show his invention off. Mans is out here chatting about some particle theory, but the news reporter is more interested in a potato clock.
Ah, the solar system. It's so much less cluttered since they tossed that dwarf planet.
Except there's no such thing as other planets. They're just holograms projected by aliens. If there are no planets, then where do the aliens come from, mister?
Styx, the only person I defend for threatening a literal toddler. Beth ends up winning the science fair, and look at Eggman's reaction when he loses. He was deadass about to scrap with a child. They don't even bother to give him a participation trophy.
My son picked that rock out all by himself.
Look how she's gushing over him. It's just a silly rock. I wish I had someone to give me unconditional love like that.
Sads, bro. This is how every man feels past 12 a.m. on a Friday night. He decides to use his 300 IQ towards creating MomBot.
My boy.
MomBot!
Did this nigga just squeal at a fictional mom? I don't know if I should feel sorry for bro or happy that he's finally gonna get the unconditional love he's always wanted. It's 2025 now. Where my partner bots at, bro? Eggman deadass has a whole montage spending time with MomBot, reenacting all the moments he missed out on as a child. He even plays Beethoven for her on the piano. I didn't even know this nigga can play the piano. She even goes out of her way to call Sonic to set up a movie date for Eggman and Sonic to make up their differences. Peep how Sonic brought Amy and Styx and put them in the back line just in case something goes wrong. I wonder what Knuckles and Tails are up to.
Meanwhile,
Velocity.
It's out of the park.
They go for round 2 and Tails jumps into the sky. A high-rise building in the US is over 75 feet. Fuck being Sonic's side bitch. Get this nigga in the league. He gonna be yamming this shit like Anthony Edwards.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Y'all hear that? I know the 06 Eggman theme when I hear it, bruh. Eggman does a mini terrorist attack on Sonic and dips. He deadass made explosive popcorn. It's never that deep. Amy and Styx end up trapping him, and next thing you know, they're at Eggman's lair having a breakfast for dinner date with MomBot.
So, Amy, I don't mean to pry, but you and Sonic are friends? Or...
MomBot's right. You know, spring chicken.
What is a spring chicken slang? A young person often used to describe someone who is no longer young or inexperienced. Wait,
Do Sonic and Amy be Eggman tries to do a sneak attack on the gang, but Mom's bot aura is so strong the robots turn around and she backhands the fuck out of Eggman and sent that nigga to his bedroom with the whole squad laughing at him.
Headphones pumping subliminal messages from the government. Really, mister? They have lots of ways of controlling you. Fluoride in the tap water, chemtrails, diet soda.
Styx just adopted a child and is about to teach her the crackhead way. They about to be a more sped duo than ZS and Bilu. Eggman is tired of having someone bossing him around and tries to backdoor Mombot. But after thinking about the happiness she brought him, he lets her stay in his life.
What? Does it always have to end on a joke?
Damn, nigga, how'd you know I'm watching you? Remember the infamous Knuckles birthday cake scene? This was just a flashback Sonic had since he saw cookies on his doorstep. Little did Sonic know that these cookies were evil cookies made by Eggman to make anyone who eats it a clone of him. Thanks to a very convenient call from Tails, Sonic throws the cookie away and Knuckles ends up eating it instead, followed by Amy and eventually Styx too. She really thought she was slick eating it behind a rock.
Sonic, wait! Don't eat that cookie!
Why?
Well, chocolate chunk is my favorite.
Fine. I'll just go inside and make a sandwich or something.
Chocolate chunk. Ooh, with a hint of cinnamon. And a touch of...
The next day.
The whole Boom Squad are now evil geniuses, except Knuckles. He's a quote-unquote evil mastermind of average intelligence. He starts giving them a crash course and peep the accuracy on how Eggman passed the papers. Is this nigga 2013 Phase Rain? Eggman teaches them how evil lessons should be labeled from 1 to 4 to 7 to 12 and 16, how to observe your enemies, and how to shoot a gun like a stormtrooper. Sonic barges in, but he ends up getting pinched since he doesn't want to hurt his friends. So he pulls out one of his quills, puts it in the cookie machine, and launches it from way downtown into Eggman's mouth. Eggman starts hitting moves that should be physically impossible. How is he homing attacking so effortlessly? Doesn't he weigh like 300? Sonic ends up trusting Eggman to stall and goes to everyone's spot in order to grab a piece of their DNA. He arrives back, bakes some cookies with Eggman, and hits him with the good, great, awesome, outstanding 4 for 4 from the field and turns everyone back to normal, including Eggman.
Okay, fun's over. I gotta get back to work. Evil doesn't brilliantly plan and execute itself, you know.
I've talked about a lot of random things in this show. Cubot becoming sentient, Styx knowing how to deal with a missile silo, and Knuckles being a feminist. But nothing is more random than Vector the Crocodile becoming a recurring character in Season 2. Mans is a straight bag chaser in the Boomverse. He has a whole production committee that travels with him at all times for his detective show. They went out of their way to give him custom transition scenes. They did not have to do all that. Vector is here because Amy's hammer went missing in the morning. So Sonic and Vector team up in order to find it. They end up discovering these footprints that lead to a Medburger VIP card, so they pull up on Dave playing good cop and bad cop. This nigga Vector slaps the card on Dave's face and destroys the amenities for no reason. Then Sonic proceeds to yoink at Dave. Nigga, are they both playing bad cop?
Okay, I admit it. The Medburger VIP program is a sham. We just give cards out to disgruntled customers to make them feel special. Nearly everyone in town's got one.
I don't have one.
Well, somebody's got to pay full price to offset the steep discounts everyone else is getting.
Amy takes a TV break to clear her mind, and Justin Bieber is on Team Jimmy Fallon. Turns out the reality TV show he's in is worse than Sonic Unleashed according to IGN, and Comedy Chimp is a bigger dickhead than Sonic. Listen to what he says about Justin's show on national television.
I tried watching that show last night. My TV pulled the plug on itself!
Ah, hell nah. Rightfully so, Justin storms off the show mad as shit, just like me, because Mario Kart World is $80. $90 for the physical game, and it's just a keyguard to download it off the eShop? What happened to the game I love, man? Anyways, if I was Justin, I'm crashing out. So when the Boom Squad discovers a fucked up Comedy Chimp sign with marks similar to ones Amy's hammer would leave, Vector suspects Justin did it due to the events of last night. So him and Sonic spawn camp Justin's house and catch him acting hella sus. So they run up on him, but he's just a crewmate chilling at a book club. The real imposter is among us though. Shh, if you know, you know.
The next morning.
They search for more clues, and the producer discovers a pie that's eaten from the middle near the crime scene. So Vector decides to hold a pie fair to find out who eats a pie like this, but the operation completely fails. Sonic and Vector do their walk of shame and start arguing. Vector calls Sonic a
I didn't see you coming up with anything, furball!
So Sonic retaliates and calls Vector a
Who you calling furball, leatherhead?
They both for sure were racially motivated here. Wolf the sidekick gets embarrassed by Comedy Chimp on TV, and seeing this guy Vector feeling like Jimmy Neutron. Cut to the next day, and Vector claims Wolf the sidekick is the culprit since he has a Mad Burger VIP card, is constantly hit with pies, and has a grudge against Comedy Chimp. Sonic got triggered over Amy showing affection to another man again. She really his soft spot for real. Even after discovering the culprit, Vex still feels uneasy since why would someone ever steal a hammer that's so recognizable? Hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right. That's when it hit him. The pie from earlier was pointed out by the producer since he placed it there. Since the producer originally wanted to get his get back at Justin for leaving his agency. This producer is Aizen fucking Sosuke. This whole case, all the clues we got were purposely placed by him.
Was the wolf really the culprit? Or was he a patsy? With the help of Sonic the Hedgehog, we're about to find out.
Dixon was the hammer thief. He has a Mad Burger VIP card, as well as a motive to frame Justin Bieber.
What do you gotta say for yourself, you mug?
Unfortunately for the wolf sidekick, his ass is still in jail since everyone forgot about him. That's tough.
Today, I'll be talking about one of humanity's biggest fears.
The Boom Squad are doing their charity car wash, but are shortly disrupted by Eggman, claiming that one of the members stole his change when watching his Eggmobile, and the spaceship just casually falls down and crashes right behind him. Sonic tries to point it out, but Eggman thinks he's just trying to change the subject and unleashes his Batnicks.
You okay there, Bolts? Status report.
Well, I made it in one piece.
Enemies or allies? The robots arrive at Hedgehog Village.
Sonic takes care of the Batnicks with ease before shortly getting hit by a flying fist from a new opponent. He thinks that Eggman created them, and Eggman plays it off like he Kiyomon. He has no idea where these niggas spawned in from. This little shit then proceeds to start up the car, making it go haywire, and Sonic slips on a sponge and gets boxed like a fish.
This nigga is trash.
I love Boom Sonic for his comedy, but when it comes to boxing, this nigga is so sorry. I was really just thinking in the shower one day and realized, wow, this nigga can't even go super. Quite literally any other version of Sonic is sweeping him, like how PSG did Rod Madrid. Oh my goodness. Only Sonic he could beat in a fair one is that Rod Wave Sonic variant from that one Sonic Underground episode. Eggman ends up escaping before Sonic could break out and leaves it to Sticks to decipher the situation.
There's a very simple explanation.
The robot apocalypse is nigh.
No, not nigh. No! The robo-apocalypse is now!
Cut back to Eggman's place, and turns out he had the change on him the whole time. The robots end up telling Eggman they're from a distant airborne robot society where healthcare is free and no one talks about politics on social media. They refer to this place as
Morristown. Really? You didn't name it something like Robotopia?
Or Sky Sanctuary?
Eggman tries to make a toast with the robots, but Orbot ends up giving him apple juice instead of apple cider, resulting in a slight crash out. Nigga starts doing robot abuse. Hashtag RLM, robot lives matter, dog. As soon as they try to exit Eggman, Eggman uses some sort of magnet tool to keep him at bay. How in the world will they ever get rescued? Find out next time on
A few minutes later.
Sonic, Cubot and Orbotter here. Probably want to rat out Eggman.
Are we really that predictable?
The Boom Squad pull up on Eggman like how Superman be doing Lex Luthor, and I'm not gonna lie, Eggman brings up a good point.
Not so fast, omelet breath.
Jeez, how many times you gonna smash that wall? Maybe I should get you your own key.
They start fighting and peep Orbot and Cubot. They better walk in like they not the ones who ratted.
What's this? Sonic and his friends infiltrated the lair? How did they know about Dr. Eggman's scheme?
We told them, remember? When we ratted out...
Give Orbot the sarcastic MVP award. He deserves it, bruh. Tails ends up freeing the robots with ease because Eggman's password was password123. 300 IQ, by the way. The bots let their bygones be bygones with the Boom Squad, and we finally get their names. The big old Baymax clone is Myton, and the Robo Mike Wazowski is Bolts. Tails clowns them for naming their utopia Morristown. And you know how I be calling the village where our heroes resign just the village for the past 3 videos? They finally decided to give it a name.
What's your city called?
Well, up until recently it was Unnamed Village, but now it's Hedgehog Village.
Forget I said anything.
Awkward silence aside, Sonic and Myton are officially allies, but Styx ain't having it. She was ready to send this piece of metal to the gulag. Sonic had to call that shit off. She was too trigger happy. The robots blast off and everything is a-okay. Hold up, wait a minute. Sonic ain't right. They got my nigga Tails. No!
Oh man, a cliffhanger? I hate those.
Yes, this is a real voice line. I did not use AI. Tails ends up surviving the shot since he had Wolf's sidekick's autobiography just chilling in his strap. Kinda reminds me of this one anime MC who's known for having plot armor. The enemies reveal themselves and it's the Q-Bot variants. The squad take them out by pressing their self-destruct buttons, and Tails is able to decipher that a huge virus took over their system, and it's even spread to Eggman's Batniks as they proceed to attack Hedgehog Village, which means evil Orbot is back, nigga. I used to pray for times like this, dog. It's so chaotic. Granny over here fighting for her life, and Sword the Eagle chatting it up to the chat. He not doing shit. Got Styx, Knuckles, and Amy fighting for their life. Peep the slow-mo KO from Styx though. Looks 10 times better than anything to come out of the beginning after the end.
Sonic, wherever you are, you better be kicking butt right now.
Meanwhile,
Elevator up, elevator down. Oh, massage function.
Sonic and Tails finally arrive at Morrisville, but are greeted to a grave site.
Whoa, what happened here?
To be continued again? The nerve of these writers.
They end up getting chased and conveniently find a stranger in a dark alley, and this is where Myton and Bolts have been hiding.
Myton, Bolts, are we glad to see you?
No time for pleasantries. I ain't no frat boy and this ain't no ice cream social.
What kind of weak frat parties are you going to?
Sonic is a frat boy. What? Bolts gives them a map to find the perpetrator, and this shit's deadass just the New York City subway system. They struggle to find where the stronghold is, but have no fear, since plot convenience is here.
We're never gonna find the robot leader's stronghold.
Intruders, get them! And take them directly to our leader's stronghold!
Okay, if you say so.
The perpetrator is revealed to be Tails' failed battle bot. Hey guys, Tails will solve this issue using top no jutsu.
I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
Did you hear that, everyone? Tails is sorry. Guess I should cancel my world domination plans. Engage condescending laugh mode.
Where do you get off turning the robots that rescued and repaired you into mindless zombie minions? Not cool, dude.
I lost all hope of being cool the day Tails built me in his image.
Aww.
Sonic and Tails do the dash but get pinched, so they focus on taking out Hypnobot. But with the whole plan's fate on the line, Tails folded like he's Star-Lord because he didn't have the balls to take out his own creation, which leads to Sonic getting his knee injured. Tails has the audacity to try and boss up now, but gets absolutely bitched and is now hanging on for dear life. Even with an injured knee, Sonic was able to get up and take out Hypnobot by himself, looking like LeBron James. Absolutely no help. Hypnobot comes crashing down like Kaido, resulting in all the robots being freed. And peep how Orbot and Cubot still act evil even after not being controlled anymore. Sonic struggles to rescue Tails, but Myton and Bolts come in with the clutch and they all live happily ever after.
Welcome to Team Eggman.
Oh man, to be continued? I hate that.
Eggman ends up rescuing Hypnobot and partners with him to take out Sonic and Tails for good. Keep the rest of the squad when they see the robots come back. Right after they started cleaning, this deadass how Invincible felt when he turned around and saw Conquest. But turns out they're headed to Morristown.
1 minute and 7 seconds earlier!
We should probably head home.
Sonic, when are you coming back?
Who's that? She your girlfriend or something?
What? No?
Look at Tails' facial expression, bro. Little nigga seeing through the bullshit.
Oh, I get it. She wears the pants in the relationship.
Nobody wears pants. Nobody.
He's so quick to ignore the secret relationship allegations, but draws the line at pant. Kinda reminds me of...
Never faked a trick
And you
shot.
beat your girlfriend.
Never faked a fucking trick shot. Never. Don't try to come on here and advertise some
Never faked a trick shot.
outlandish shit like that again.
Hey, so Ames, I think I'm gonna hang back in M-Town, see the sights with my bros.
No problem, but don't forget, we have that...
Eggman pulls up to Morrisville, but have no fear, cause Amy and the gang are here.
Amy, I'm so happy you're here. I mean, in a totally non-romantic, comrade in arms kind of way.
Oh, Sonic!
POV, that Boom so Amy moment sealed you. The Boom squad take a 3-1 lead, but Hypnobot closes the gap by mind-controlling Myton, forcing Sonic to take Bolts back to the bunker as the rest of the gang followed suit. Seeing a bunker this advanced is like a dream come true for Sticks. Bolts comes up with the idea to make cyborg duplicates of the Boom squad, and they look kinda clean, I can't lie.
I still don't trust this thing. I don't trust me either. I mean, cyborg duplicates? Whose wackading idea was that? Though I gotta hand it to her. She's got spunk.
Cut back to Eggman, spawn camp in the entrance to the bunker like that one Bleach panel. But the Cybots come out and eviscerate them regardless. Hypnobot tries to use confusion, but Psychic isn't very effective against Steel. We proceed to get a montage of all the members and their respective cyborgs working together with legit perfect team chemistry. But Sonic gets snuck by Myton right as he's about to finish off Hypnobot. So Tails finally decides to use his fucking tails, charging straight towards Hypnobot and hitting his antenna so hard it replayed 3 different times. Give that boy Tails the MVP for this 4-parter. Hijacked the ship, knew Sonic was capping about not dating Amy, and locked in to defeat his own creation. Eggman skedaddles away and the robots officially rename Morrisville to Robogun, a safe and civil community for robots around the world. Just like how I'm making a Discord server. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna need y'all help. I'm gonna be posting mod application links for the server on my IG story. So like I said earlier, make sure to follow if you want to be a mod and help a nigga out, because my ass cannot make no Discord server. Hopefully, if everything goes how I envision, we gonna have community events, watch parties, interactive videos, you name it, bruh. I've officially began to realize I'm starting to make a very big community. So fuck it, bro. Let's make something special. And like always, I love y'all niggas, man. Just like how Steve Eggman, Ivo's long lost brother, loves him. First we had Bombot, now we got I am Steve. But Eggman can give a fuck less as he proceeds to leave him homeless. He ends up encountering Sonic, and Sonic starts cutting on his ass with no hesitation and believes that Eggman is just wearing a disguise until Ivo actually pulls up, but Sonic gets caught lacking and Steve saves him with a perfect lob. And this is the start of a newfound partnership as Steve officially joins the squad as Superman, which rubs Amy the wrong way since he didn't consult them. They proceed to save the Googabus and get a load of this guy, man. There's no way he has some sort of ulterior motive.
The next morning,
Sonic, Sticks, and Knuckles are on a stroll, and Knuckles is accused of stealing, making this the worst day of his life since he had to work at J.O.B. Sticks ain't trying to deal with a potential Twitter cancellation and is willing to do Knuckles just like how Ludwig did Mango. Sonic ain't agree with that though, since he's dealt with false allegations in his past. But Knuckles caves in and goes to camp outside the village so the controversy calms down. Sticks splits off from Sonic and turns out she was Steve Eggman. This nigga Steve proceeds to go on a run comparable to Jack Black's. Steve, as a D1 instigator, pulls up on Sonic and Amy later in the day, but the real Sticks slides through, wondering wondering what happened to Knuckles, and Sonic starts getting sus to Steve. So Steve exits the premise and returns as Tails.
First you force our buddy out of town, and now you're screaming about smoke bombs? I'm glad I submitted you to that government watch list. I gotta go burn a bunch of documents. Ignore the smoke. There's no fire.
3 seconds left. Cleveland triggers in. James, 2 seconds. 1 second to the win.
Steve at the buzzer clutches up the game, then proceeds to separate Amy from Sonic by telling her he needed someone to talk about his feelings. Y'all know damn well Amy wasn't declining that offer. She's the same person that took Tails under her wing to teach him how to get a girlfriend.
Now and forever. Oh. See? You should kill yourself.
Steve quite literally slimes Amy out and turns into her right in front of her and fucks around with Sonic's mental even more by having him feel like Amy's gave up on him. Look how sad he is in the back. He hit in that one pose. Shit's so sad I'm not even gonna scream the ship is real. Job not finished though, since he turns into Sonic and tricks Tails into thinking the group is disbanded. Turns into Tails again, and you won't believe who's at the door.
Tails, listen. I'm sorry I've been kind of a jerk lately. I just wanted to make sure you still have my back. I really need my best friend right now.
You brought this on yourself, Sonic.
What an effortless performance by Steve. He returns to Eggman's lair and tells him how Sonic is an easy lick right now due to his master plan. Turns out Steve is Morpho, a shape-shifting robot created by Eggman in an alternate dimension. The alternate dimension part is actually very important for later, so don't forget they exist. They raid the village, bait Sonic out, and are able to pinch him. But with the power of friendship, the Boom Squad appears. Tails explains how Sonic wasn't acting normal, so he went out of his way to find Amy, and she told him Steve's plan. Next thing you know, Morpho and Eggman are sitting ducks and Team Robotnik is blasting off again! Even though they failed at defeating Sonic, Eggman is still satisfied with the results, since this is the closest he's ever come to defeating Sonic, so he accepts Morpho as his new comrade, as he transforms into a pogo stick, and they bounce off to Mombot's place, and she decides to take them on a vacation.
Adventure awaits. The Great Egg Family Vacation.
They take a vacation to Robukin, and whoever the B&B owner is hit a lick on Mombot. What is this? But she doesn't care, since she just wants to spend a great time with her family. They start off by getting a massage, and there's no need to be doing Eggman like this. Somebody help him. They go eat, and Eggman is tight since they gave his ass a medium welded steak. Even the sightseeing is whack. This Robo family dead getting excited about seeing the same shit. Python Bolts and Cybersonic pull up on Eggman, expecting that he's up to no good, which is completely warranted. But after seeing Mombot's cheerful nature, they let him off the hook. But like Lil Bibby once said, when you give niggas an inch, they take a mile. Since as soon as he back in the B&B, he gets to plotting with Morpho. I wonder what the Boom Squad been up to though.
This vacation is killing me. Next time, can we just hang out on a hammock by the beach?
Oh, relax. We're almost home. Huh?
You gotta be kidding me.
The plan is simple. Jack bolts of his CPU so that Eggman can install it into his Batniks and make them almighty.
Bolts! There you are, Deuterino.
Deuterino? Are you feeling okay?
Totes okay. Think you can download me some Insta-snaps off the BitTube?
The what now?
Bro transforms into a piranha plant, devours bolts, and Eggman comes in and swoops the CPU with ease. Hit that clinker with the Jokic and Murray two-man game. Left bolts laying on the ground for Maiton to see. Like, Chet, revive me! The brothers emo like they just cleared an act, and as soon as the ops come knocking on their door, they dash straight to the whip. They end up squaring up back on Earth as the Boom Squad comes to help, but it's already too late, since Eggman already installed the CPU into Firebot. But even though it's gotten smarter, it doesn't matter, since you're too slow. But Firebot uses flamethrower and burns Sonic. Got him moving like Poe in Kung Fu Panda 2. Maiton is like, fuck this shit. He uses Mach Punch and Flamebot lobs the CPU to Lady Buggy. And this little shit got Tails and Amy looking stupid. Ain't no way Team Sonic going out this sorry to a Lady Buggy, bruh. Six tries to fight back, but the Buggy dodges her boomerang, tackles her, and the boomerang comes back to finish her off.
KO!
Sonic spin dashes towards the buggy and it releases the CPU again. The Batniks start passing the CPU around like the school thought until eventually... Did this bitch just literally pause the show?
Studies have shown that violence begets only more egregious violence at an annually adjusted rate of 87.154%.
She's got the smart chip. I say we bump that senseless violence stat up to an even 88%.
Nah, facts though, Sticks. Ain't nobody give a fuck about this Karen bot. They charge towards Mombot, but the Eggman family go shield her and surrender the CPU since no one touches their Mombot. In the end, the vacation was a success since Eggman finally realized his loneliness is cured thanks to his newfound family. This doesn't get rid of the fact that Eggman still can't defeat Sonic, and to add flame to the fire, Morpho's like, you know, I thought the Boom Squad wouldn't be shit without Sonic. No shit, dickwad.
I told you to call me Morpho! You know, seeing as how I can morph and junk?
How can he transform into any of these niggas if he's never seen them? This show be making zero sense, but low-key, if he's from a different dimension, he could've just seen them there. So I high-key just did all that yap for no fucking reason.
Meanwhile,
Sonic and Knuckles start playing the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds beta, and niggas think I'm trolling, but I'm dead ass, and Sonic ends up going through a portal and ends up in a dimension that uses a different color palette. And what does Knuckles have to say to this?
Sonic's disappeared. That could only mean I won! Woohoo!
Bro celebrating like he won the Grand Prix 200cc. Enter Sonic into the Sonicverse, but not really, since it turns out Morpho and Eggman sent him to a verse where no Sonic exists. Sonic instantly notices something is off when he realizes they treated Knuckles like Aston Hall. He runs into Amy, but she pulls that shit out since she got no idea who this nigga is. And to make things worse, Eggman pulls up to the spot and kinda got some aura to him. This shit reminds me of the Phineas and Ferb movie, dog. You just had to be there when it... Oh nah, I'm on this shit.
Well, a newcomer. Kneel before me, stranger.
Like I would ever kneel down before your mustachioed butt.
Opium Eggman starts pressing Sonic, asking who got him feeling like this. And Sonic's like, I got fine shit watching me. I gotta pop out.
Hey, what's the big idea?
You have the right to actually, you have no rights.
Damn, I always knew Sonic was black. Sonic ends up getting locked up with Dave the intern, but in this verse, he works at Gourmet Burger, and they got that Chick-fil-A my pleasure type of customer service. And Eggman locked his ass up for forgetting to put extra pickles. Cut back to Sonic's home dimension, and Morpho's trying to shoot a shot at Amy.
Oh, hey Sonic, what's up?
I was wondering if a lovely lady like yourself would enjoy going on a trip with me to the canyon.
Oh, Sonic, that sounds... Hey, wait a minute! Sonic's never that thoughtful. Are you Steve Eggman?
Who's that? Oh, you must mean the Great Morpho. No. I'm Sonic the Mighty Hedgehog. What's up, Doc?
That's not even Sonic's catchphrase. Get out of here, Steve. I'm not falling for your tricks again.
One salad, please.
Sonic eating a salad? That's rich. Good one, Steve.
Amy comes to rescue Sonic since she was impressed by his fearlessness and takes him to the Revolutionary Army base. This kind of reminds me of Look Out when he storms through. Sonic the Hedgehog. Don't doubt what he can do. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive. He's the fastest thing alive. He's the fastest thing alive. Amy introduces us to the leader, and this ain't no Sally Acorn. They pull up on Knuckles and try to get him to join the army, and he really Aston Hall. Nigga even got the black tank top. He gives them his signature, which is just a big X. It's proving that no matter which verse it is, as long as it's Boom, this guy is fucking brain dead. He proceeds to clown them for being filled with stickmen, so Sonic challenges him to a race, and he do his ass like Speed did times 10.
1 hour later.
They pull up on Eggman's base, and turns out Tails is working for him. And holy fuck, this is where they got the non-concept from. So Sonic tries to use Talk No Jutsu.
I told you, dude, I have no idea who you are.
Well, I know you. I know you're the smartest guy in this town. Your favorite color is orange. Your favorite movie is Comedy Chimp All-Stars Reunite for one last cash grab. 2.
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
Eggman ends up pulling up, but the gang is able to take out the Batniks with ease. That's too easy! So Emo Egg is like, fuck this Fox boy, and shoots a nuke with him in the crossfire, and Sonic saves the boy. And peep the moves on Commander Sticks, my goodness! Peep this brolic ass nigga reaction in the background. He didn't know she capable of all that. Sonic leads the charge, and they send the Crystal, Casser's lover, blasting off again! Tails just got a portal machine chilling in his inventory for plot convenience, and just like that, Sonic departs from Team Sonicless.
Yippity dippity doo! I'm Sonic the Hedgehog!
No! Where's the nuance? Where's that Sonic je ne sais quoi?
Yippity dip skipperoo! I'm Sonic! Gotta catch 'em all!
But that extreme gear ain't hit the same no more. Sonic used to have that sauce in the Riders games, bruh. At least the extreme gear looked fake solid on the Babylon Rogues. Safe to say, I will be dropping a Sonic Riders video the day Cross Worlds releases, so stay in tune for that. Since Team Sonic is out here playing the beta, and they even throw a nod to Riders.
Hoverboarding isn't as much fun as I remember.
Sonic ends up getting the boss call from Amy telling him to get some eggs. So he starts paddling his car like a bike and skadooshes away and splashes mud on Eggman. Sonic says Eggman can splash it on him, but Eggman got that Draymond shooting percentage, and Sonic has the audacity to say, there. Even after Eggman completely missed, niggas be rage baiting for no reason. So Eggman retaliates, but Sonic puts his Batniks in a figure 8 side loop and slams one into Eggman's Eggmobile, forcing him to crash. Yet the whole village is still bullying him, even though he's the one who just got bullied. The dick riding is crazy. The Frosted Flakes mascot has just released a new game, and the whole village is flocking to get it. Peep who's at the cash register. We ain't forget about you, bro, but at least you got a job now. Seeing this gives Eggman the idea to make a game in order to save his non-existent PR.
The next day.
Hey, Goober, don't you want to see the newest, coolest video game ever?
Super Plumber Brothers?
No.
Mortal Bloodsport 7?
No! Stash Smash! It's a side-scrolling strategy platformer.
Where are the cool graphics? The boss battles? The gratuitous violence?
Besides, everyone knows all the best games use motion capture.
You're living in the past, man.
Eggman decides to do the Mike Wang and Ronnie 2K special and gathers the motion capture data of the Boom Squad, smashing his Batniks. But most importantly,
now, time for the star of the game.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
peep how this nigga try to do a Kamehameha wave. Yo, fat ass said, not Goku, gang. Eggman is dead ass in disbelief that his weak ass bag don't look as clean as the Boom Squad's. So Orbot comes up with a simple solution.
Might I suggest motion capturing a foe who could actually defeat Sonic? Then just digitally replace their image with yours.
What a brilliant idea!
Later that day.
Who else's bag is better to steal than Shadow's? He's dead the Neymar Jr. of the Sonic world. But Shadow's like, fuck you, fat ass. I only signed a 10-day. I'm never working for your ass again. So Eggman undergoes metamorphosis and becomes Mark Phillips. Bro pulls up on Sonic like he worked for TMZ and starts asking questions about Shadow. But Sonic ain't budging and gives Shadow all the respect in the world. He dead not trying to have a repeat of last time.
Where are you getting these questions anyway? Just pulling them out of a bag? I'm out of here.
Ice on my neck, cost like 5K.
Eggman's tight as shit, but have no fear since ChatGPT is free.
Shadow? He is weak. That wind bag? Good. Never beat me. What a weak wind bag. He is.
This aggression shall not stand. Sonic and his friends shall pay. Time to take out the trash.
Already on it.
Cut to Knuckles and Tails chilling, and Shadow rams him like he played for the Chiefs. Got this nigga Knuckles looking delirious. Game starts descending in slow-mo like we see the fit, nigga. Damn! Proceeds to hit Tails with the
Shadow, what are you doing here?
Fox hunting.
Well, let's be nice. Yeah. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good lord.
Tails manages to dodge, but Shadow Chaos snaps and grabs him by the tail, and just look at the fear in Tails' eyes, man. This that real deal PTSD, 24 years of belt to ass. Shadow treats this nigga like a golf ball and gets a hole-in-one. Knuckles comes back from the gulag and charges in like he about to do something. This nigga Shadow hitting the speed emo for sure. Knuckles charges in and Shadow Shadow just weaves using Chaos Snap. How many times do we gotta teach you this lesson, old man? Tails comes swooping in like he Oliver, and Knuckles does him just like Conquest with the KO, and Shadow don't even think him. Nah, nigga, go to sleep.
That was almost too easy.
Yeah, the hoes gonna love this one, Mr. Hot Topic.
Well, it ain't over yet.
I'm sorry. Do they think this nigga a feminist or some shit? Trying their hardest to look competent. They not touching him. They try to pinch him and he Chaos Snaps behind them, takes them to the sky and drops him off. No, Bruce, that's max ring lossage. And Styx might have just straight up died. She not even on the screen, even though they got dropped in the same vicinity. Sonic is the last to arrive, and this literally makes no sense since he's the fastest thing alive. This like when Flash was the last Justice League member to pull up at the end of Peacemaker Season 1. Nigga, you're the Flash. Hey, surely Sonic showed up last so we can go all out against Shadow.
Shadow, what have you done?
Say goodnight, blue boy.
Oh man, a cliffhanger? I hate those.
Nah, just kidding. They just ended the episode like this to create tension. This is how the fight really starts.
Any last words, Sonic?
Yeah. Volcano Wonderpants!
What? That doesn't even make
Sonic goes in for the 1-2, but Shadow is a Hall of Fame weave master and punches Sonic back, but he eats it and sprints right back at him.
You have the reflexes of a panther.
Is that an insult? I thought panthers were fast.
Maybe compared to you.
They continue to exchange blows and Boom Sonic is actually hanging with Shadow. My apologies, I wasn't familiar with your game. They start parrying spin attacks against the Sonic Generations fight until they eventually parry away, and that's all Eggman needed in order to start developing his game. Shadow comes in zooming at Sonic and they start fighting like me and my cousin at Thanksgiving trying to play on the Wii. What are you doing this for, Hot Topic? Nigga, you was talking shit. Nobody talk shit about the black blur, nigga. I ain't even say nothing in the vid. Baldy McNosehair used AI. The fuck is AI? Like Allen Iverson, the basketball player? No, AI, like ChatGPT, is basically semi-sentient Siri with Google and Adobe Illustrator has added on DLC. He basically just tested your gangster by using fake footage of me, since you wouldn't do shit to him. Man, fuck this fat ass nigga.
2 seconds later.
Shadow is forced to bang on Eggman's door since he has anti-teleportation tech. Orbot acting all nonchalant like this who they got at their door right now when they really got
1v1 you pussy!
So Eggman decides to do a tactical retreat and Orbot and Cubot get caught in the crossfire. Got him looking like the animatronics at the end of FNAF 3. I ain't seen Eggman move like this since Unleashed. He storms into Mombot's hut asking for Morpho to do a solid and transform into him. Morpho looking at him like, is this nigga serious? Trying to have him get done like Frieza. So Morpho just gives him the portal boxes, and as soon as Eggman dips, he turns into an inanimate object. He's not trying to run no fade with Shadow. Just look at the condition he left the Boom Squad in. This nigga Knuckles dead ass got bruises. We're not 226 bad. You know what I mean? Like, no way are we that bad. Eggman meets Emo Eggman and gives him the other portal box so that he can go find Sonic, and bro pulls up and whips out a lightsaber. Sonic manages to hit him with the one to the wall, but the Crystal Castle's Enjoyer is putting that work in, but he fucked up the fit, and just look at Sonic's facial. Now he's real mad. But Shadow steals the kill and Emo Eggman instantly falls and tells him where Eggman is. Nigga has absolutely zero shame. Sonic and Shadow pull up and now this is Aura. They didn't forget about that horrible showing last time, Metal. Out there looking like Kyle Kuzma. Nobody believes in you. What are you prepared to do about it? Turns out Eggman put all the motion capture data from the Sonic and Shadow fight into Metal. So now I'm expecting a masterclass from him and nothing less.
Get ready!
He starts off with sending a key blast towards the two rodents and hard focuses Sonic. Shadow comes in, but this piece of metal is Weave Nation certified. Metal then proceeds to grab a sign and hits Shadow out the ballpark. Sonic joins in, but Metal hits him with the mink mink. Sonic's like, Shadow, we have to work together. And Shadow's like, I'm the prince of all hedgehogs. I take order from no one, and pushes him to the side. This for Sonic to join in. These niggas can't hit a shot. Shadow blocks the kick, but Metal punches him so hard he started thinking about the good old days with Maria. Eggman is furious though. Dang, Metal is 2v1ing with ease right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Eggman accidentally drops a portal box, giving Sonic and Shadow the opportunity to take Metal to their home court. And even there, this nigga Eggman is still launching mini nukes. They end up at the Hedgehog Village, and you mean to tell me the Boom Squad was able to keep up with 3 Lightspeed Hedgehogs and a Mach Speed Eggmobile? Make it make sense, dog. Shadow goes in for a smash, but he gets sent to the gulag. So the Boom Squad enters the fight with Amy leading the charge, and Metal grabs a nearby pipe and combines it with a rock to craft a hammer. It just pops Amy away. No! Why you do that? That's my guy! As soon as this nigga locks eye contact with Knuckles, he squares up. He'd 1v3's Knuckle, Tails, and Sticks by just using a default homing attack. And hold up, wait a minute, this nigga biting swag! Sonic used the Boom exclusive lasso, and Team Sonic helps out, and with the universe on the line, I want Sticks the Badger as he delivers the finishing blow. Did my mans lose to the plot? Yes, but he won most improved, so I can't even be mad. But if you want to see the real Hyper Metal Sonic in action, I kinda made a video on that, and you should watch it in your free time type shit. Looks like Shadow won the gulag though.
This is only the beginning of the end.
Shadow hit the Eggman away, since them both being in the same universe would result in the destruction of their verse.
Now you're catching on. So long, fools. Forever.
This scene gotta be character assassination 101, but fuck it, I guess, since it's Boom Shadow. Tails takes Metal to his lab in an attempt to reconstruct his built-in homing beacon, as the rest of the squad search the land far and wide. They even got Vector in this hoe! Tails makes his big break, and Sonic follows Metal to Shadow's cave and kicks emo Eggman out the lobby, saving the day yet again.
I'm not thrilled with the results, but I must admit I'm impressed with how you saved the universe. I'll be back, Sonic, but next time, on my terms.
Who gonna tell him, bruh?
During the catastrophic anomaly, your evil lair was struck by lightning. All of your mocap files were destroyed.
Well, there's always next season.
And just like that, the show was over, as season 3 would never happen. Respectfully so, since people tend to forget that Sonic Boom was supposed to be the next big thing. Sega gave it a toy line, this high budget ass trailer that I remember seeing on Cartoon Network to promote Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, 2 3DS games, a comic series. There's no business for Sonic to be this serious, and the TV show. Little did they know this shit would flop so bad it almost put Sega in bankruptcy. Them boys at Sega of America had to relocate. The people working behind the scenes at Cartoon Network saw this and was like, nah. Started airing the show at 7 AM and eventually sent it to die on Boomerang. Fast forward to today, and the show has developed a strong fan base. You can't go anywhere on social media as a Sonic fan without seeing at least one Sonic Boom clip. Just like how Sonic Unleashed is a beloved game now, if you give Sonic fans time,